Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to One Hub Racing Season 18 points tier today. And today it is round 6, and we are at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya in Spain. Of course, a track which recently has been getting quite a lot of stick due to the fact that you can't overtake. But if there was just one corner removed, the last chicane, it'd be all good. But anyway, a track where a lot of good racing happens in the past, and a lot of hopefully good racing should happen tonight. And today I'm joined by your usual commentator, Jamie. How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm very good. Yeah, and this Barcelona track, it is real life. Maybe not the best track, but I think on the game it can offer some good racing. Obviously, you do mention you've got that long pit straight to turn 1. You've also got turn 4 where a few dive bombs may occur, and yeah, I think it could have got good racing. And obviously, tyre wear around here is going to be quite bad. We do have a 2-stop race, but I think these drivers may be forced onto maybe doing 2 stints on the medium tyre.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking right now at the prospect here stream, and it looks like most of them are pitting onto mediums right now, which probably indicates a double medium strategy in the end. I'm just going to reload the session actually, because it seems like I'm missing a few names. Hopefully I can do that all and it's not going to affect anything, but it's just to make sure all names are good and I'm not missing anyone's name. That would be nice. If not, then the stream will probably go down if these have no names. Nope, we're all good. Perfect. But yeah, so obviously I'm just looking at the prospect here right now, and it's looking like there's some decent racing going on. Everyone's keeping almost in like little bunches and little packs. Obviously DRS is helping that, and let's just hope we actually get to see the DRS today, as it seemed like last week out on track you had a bit of rain. Yeah, we had changed positions. We had a dry qualifying session, but then we had a heavy rain start, and it sort of dried up. So in the mid part of the race, we'd had some dry running, and that was a crucial factor, because that meant Thomas, the guy that was on pumps, and he led through the red stint, and he didn't look so comfortable in the dry weather, and that allowed Codeplane to overtake the lead in the dry stint just in time as the track then got wet again, and we had intermediate finish. And so yeah, Codeplane and Thomas are now starting to really pull ahead the championship. And also, we had a strong drive from Epic Scorpion, who finished 3rd from 10th in the grid, and he won drive of the day, and he looked really quick. And I think if he qualified a bit better, that Haas guy would have won the race. Well, yeah, I'm just looking at the standings right now. It seems like he's doing a decent job. Obviously, he's only got 1 podium, but he has got that 1 driver of the day award. So it seems like he's got some kind of pace on him, which is decent. See, obviously, a decent points gap to the leaders, so he needs some kind of salvage and a little bit of hope now to get back up into the fight. But that's something to keep an eye out on tonight, the Haas of Epic Scorpion. But yeah, as you mentioned, Thomas and Killplane top 2 in the standings right now. Thomas with 2/3 of the races he started in being podiums, and Killplane with 2 podiums then as well. Both on 2 wins then, with the other win so far being, with the other win so far being Truth. Yeah, Truth is the other person who's got a win. And it seems like we've got a decent sized grid for tonight then, as we just passed 6:40 now UK time. And yeah, it should be a decent race to watch then, as I'm just looking at the standings right now. There's nothing else to really mention. And now going on to more the track layout around here. Realistically, you're going to be in a train for 99% of the time, and basically I think the only time you're going to get past is if the driver ahead of you makes a mistake, potentially locks up into turn 10, or maybe runs a little bit wide out the final corner and you get a little bit of a better exit. Except for that, I think it's mainly down to pit stops, which is going to be the big thing today, the undercut.
Yeah, obviously if you do fancy maybe pit lap early, get some clear air and bang a really quick lap time, you could definitely gain a few places, especially if the DRS train is a factor. And obviously this is a 16 corner circuit with 7 left-handed and 9 right-handed. It's 2.8 miles, so it's sort of a medium distance track. So we've 33 laps tonight, so there's only quite a few laps. And yeah, and also it might be an advantage. I know it's a 2-stop race, but it might be an advantage to be starting outside the top 10, and maybe go for a medium stint at the first stint, maybe at the end, maybe go for a soft at the end. But obviously, you do mention it's going to be difficult, so I do expect the majority of guys to start on the soft tyre for the first.
It could be a decent like strategy, just if you can keep and hold of that DRS. It could be a decent way to, just try something different, see if there's any early safety cars or a later safety car which you can benefit from and people behind. But I think simply it's going to be a simple soft medium. Whoever qualifies first has got a decent chance of grabbing a podium later on in this race. I believe, what is it? I think the stat was, 16 out of the 19 last races in real life have been won from the front row, something around that, which really shows that it's a circuit where if you're starting high, you're probably going to end up high. But obviously that's in real life where, cars are not equal. So around here, obviously we have a very competitive tier, and we should probably see some very competitive racing out. Touch wood on that one.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously you did mention the front row, and obviously the last two races we had Thomas on pole and Bill playing second. So these top two, the sort of dominant champion, the dominant qualifying as well. Because qualifying early in the season it was a bit of a mixed bag, but now we start to see the cream rise to the top, and them two be looking to do that again. Because obviously I do think if you're outside the top four of the grid tonight, you're going to struggle to win the race.
Well, yeah, of course. As it's such a train as well, it just doesn't really benefit people who are trying to get through the pack, who have potentially started off in a poor position. So basically, what we've got to really look out for is qualifying. Qualifying is going to be really tight, and obviously, I believe I'm not sure if it's every season. You're gonna have to correct me on this if it isn't. But is qualifying night usually around this track?
Well, it was on the previous game, but on this game it has been around the Bahrain circuit. So yeah, the Bahrain circuit was qualifying night occurs. But yeah, this track has been used in the past for qualifying night because it's a track which got a bit of everything. It's got a bit of high speed, a bit of slow speed, some straights, some medium-speed corners. So this is a track that's got a bit of everything. So it's quite a good track for qualifying night. And yeah, it may be used in the future, but yeah, for this game cycle, we use the Bahrain track. We use the same track because we want to make sure people improved on pace. So yeah, it's easy to keep the same track.
Exactly, and when I was in the league and I was racing in the league, it was around Spain, and honestly, it is so close qualifying around here. I think the last league race I did around here, everyone was in about 0.5 of a second, the whole grid of 20, which is absolutely amazing. So if we can see anything like that, then that would be utterly outstanding then. But yeah, now 18 drivers in the grid. It is now 6:45, and we should be getting underway quite soon then. So grab your popcorn and get ready to see, hopefully, a very good race around here. We've got everything that we need. We've got some very quick drivers here tonight. I wonder, is there anyone that you pick out potentially who hasn't had a good start so far this season, potentially due to DNFs or anything like that? Any underdogs that you can think of who could potentially have a little shout at the race win or a shout at a podium? Anyone that you can think of?
It's funny you mention that because we've got Ivor Bryn Mike in the Alpha Romeo. Now he's on 19 points, and he's had a weird season. In Canada round one, he finished 15th, and he was quite quick, but got involved in an incident. In Singapore, he got pole, sort of dominated the race, and lost it on penalties. So that's the only points this season. I mean, he's had a 15th, 14th, and a DNF since then. So Mike at Singapore, he was so quick, but it hasn't happened to him elsewhere. So I expect him to maybe have a good result. And also you've got Ashton Naughty, who was in the prospect tier. He got promoted to this tier, and he had quite a strong race in China, got in pole position and a podium. He wasn't around tonight, but he is around tonight. So Ashton Naughty and Mike are two guys I expect to see up there. And tonight, the two Ferrari drivers of King J and Alan JS are not here, so we've got no Ferrari drivers tonight, but everybody else is.
Yeah, no Ferraris tonight then, as basically it's the F1 2020 season all over again. The Ferraris might as well just not have turned up. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. And now 18 drivers, a very good turnout. Of course, people want to be using their money, obviously, with the entry fees and all that kind of stuff. So I would be inclined to race every week. And I guess that helps a lot with attendance near the end of the season as well. Just like you've paid for it, you might as well turn up. But anyways, so we're loading into the session now. And the question is, are we going to have a dry quali session and are we going to have a dry race? Because if we have a wet race, I swear I'm probably cursed at this point.
Yeah, obviously I've seen rain in Barcelona in the past. It's not a track where it rains that often, but yeah, it can rain. But yeah, hopefully it's a dry race because the tyre wear on there and the dry it's going to be quite difficult. So we may see a few guys having issues later on. As we're going to wait see what the session does.
So we're full of it dry. Let's go. That's what we like to see early on.
Yeah, I'll quickly mention that Mega Gamer in the Hack does have a qualifying ban for impeding another car in the last race. He did DNF in the last race, so he was unable to serve a time penalty. So a Mega Gamer in the house will be sat on the back of the grid with a qualifying ban. Oh,
okay. Apparently, I've just got this in the comment section right now. Gaza has just said it's going to be a dry to wet race, so we're going to have a bit of everything. Hopefully, a wet right at the end, so it could be a final few laps in the wet. So potentially, you could see mediums, double medium softs, just to see if you can last out on the softs potentially. Wow, this could be an interesting end to the race then, but obviously we've got quite a lot to do before we get to that stage, of course. We've got to see some drivers taking it in the dry, of course, and everyone's out basically on the softs already, as they should be. But yeah, it's a wet race at the end, so interchangeable conditions. It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, well, if it's rain in the race, that's what I want. One dry start and a bit of carnage at the end. That's probably the best way to factor in rain in the race, because a wet start isn't that good, but a dry to wet race certainly is. And I'll mention last week. Obviously, I mentioned last week that Lawrence finished in 4th place, and he was on the hot list, and a hot and cold list, and it was mentioned he had a solid drive and was surely giving massive confidence going forward. But what Lawrence needs, he needs some more wins to try and hold himself back in that championship race. Only 5 races to go, so time might run out for him. On the cold list, we had Hooky, who finished 3 laps down in tricky conditions, but still 3 laps down. At least he finished, because he's not finished that many races this season and looking to do better this year. Maybe try and get in them points for this week for the Alpha Romeo man.
Of course, and that's what you want to see. You want to see progress. Obviously, not doing that well last week, but hey, he's going to come back strong, and hopefully this will be the one. But for now, we're right on board with Astronauti. You said that he's got a good chance of potentially being an underdog this race, and why don't we ride on board with him for this lap then, as he now comes up the main straight, starting his lap right now. We're going to get the lap data up, of course, to check if they are improving or not. But let's have a look then. Down towards turn 1 he goes, breaks around about 70 metres then, rides it in turn 4, rides over the curve on the inside, keeps it quite clean on turn 2, then round turn 3, obviously completely flat out here then, keeping it right to the inside, utilising all the track possible. Now, braking just underneath the gantry, and he's on a 21.1 first sector, and he's just keeping it pretty clean so far, as he now dips down in towards 5, obviously a corner where you can lock up very easily, and now back on the gas then, towards 7 and 8, then the chicane where you can invalidate so easily on exit, and he's done that very cleanly. It's a very nice banker lap so far for the Williams driver. He's going to run it out wide there. There you go. Utilising all the track he can there, and now the old turn 10 that we have on this game won't be on the next game, of course. Taking it very well, using the exit well, running over the curve there. Very cautious on entry speed, but now up towards the final few corners. We would have loved it if it just swung round there, but no, we've got this little chicane, which is definitely at times, but round the final corner then, on the power early, Astronauti up to line. It's going to be a 1 minute. It's going to be a 1 minute 15.4 so far. I expect that to be beaten later on into the session then, as Wavin has gone a full second slower than him. But watch all the times come in now, as there you go, ERT Thomas 2/10 quicker than him. But we're seeing the first few laps on the board now. It's looking like a decent session is about to happen.
Yeah, the flying laps coming quite quickly. Yeah, we've got a few purple sectors. And, it's quite good. Yeah, as I mentioned, obviously, I mentioned a few drivers. Apparently, all the drivers wrote to the FIA asking for that chicane to go next year. So hopefully that may happen as Lawrence moves to 2nd place, not too far from Thomas. Astronaut. I think that's a decent banker for Astronaut. He'd be quite happy with that getting that time on the board. But yeah, I think the pole time will be in the 14s, I believe. I believe that's where our pole benchmark will be today.
Yeah, I'd hope so at least. I see banker laps in the low 15s. Like you're looking for a mid 14 potentially by the end of the session if you hook a lap up correctly. Matthias goes P5 then in the Racing Point then, as it just seems like just Mikey up to line is about to start a lap as well then. But a decent first few laps that we've seen on the board so far then, and I think we can ride on board with Killplane, because obviously near the front of the championship. He's in P2 right now. Let's have a look at what he can do around this final sector. How's he going to negotiate it?
Very awkward section here, that's how he does. This is such a difficult corner to get right. He's quite solid so far, it's a nice run through there. His middle sector wasn't that good, so don't expect this to be up there with him, but this will be maybe a high 15, low 16, yeah, 16-1, but his middle sector was half a second down Thomas, so he's got some more time to find. He hasn't found the balance quite yet, I don't think.
Yeah, well, obviously these drivers have time. They've got 4 sets potentially of the soft time, potentially 3 if they're going for the double medium. But it seems like at the moment everyone's just finding their feet. Then someone's just set a lap time. Not sure. I think that was. I have no clue, honestly. I wish I could tell you, but I have no clue who just set one. But yeah. Just Mikey coming through the final few corners. He's on a lap right now. Out of the final corners, looking decent, looking clean. Jamie, as we now up to the line, he's going to go for the shortest run to the line. It's going to be a high 16 though. Down in P13. Potentially needs to be a little bit more aggressive on his lap to go up the timing boards anymore.
Yeah, maybe he drove a little bit safe in lap to get that lap on the board, but yeah, you need to really attack this. This is a track where you need to really have a nice smooth rhythm because it's such a high downforce track, and you have to really, and the final sector you have to attack the apexes. So yeah, it's a bit of a balance out there, and he's got some work to do, but yeah, so we're looking quite close at the front though, between the top 3.
Yeah, it's looking good at the moment. There's a lot of field spread at the moment. Hopefully that will all come down as the session goes on and people are getting better lap times and all that kind of thing. But yeah, it will be good. As Jordan goes P5 then, scraping into the 115s, just underneath that 116 barrier then. And let's have a look then. I believe Truth is on a lap. And apparently he's gone purple through the middle sector, so this will be interesting to see where he heads out of this one then. Round the final sector, then round the long right-hander there. Now into the chicanes that we all hate then. Final few corners of the track layout then. Taking it very nice and safe through here. Not wanting to lose any time over the curves. Up to the line now for the Red Bull driver. It's going to be a 1 minute 15.7. Only 5/10 off pole. It's a good lap from the Red Bull so far into the session then. And that really concludes the first few laps of the day then, as we now head on to our second runs.
Yeah, a lot of guys are pretty much in the top 10. You mentioned Jordan in 6th place. Decent lap from there so far, but his previous interview was asked, does this track suit his strengths? He said he hates this track. So maybe quite happy that as Sakuna actually gets some good block. I'm not sure how, because he was down on the pit straight. Maybe he got in the way of Trunders. So yeah, Sakuna will be knocked down 5 places on the grid, which is rather interesting. Because Trunders on the sole lap, so how he got that penalty.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just an F1 game. Welcome to it, and you're going to have to get used to it, as we have done for a long time now. Getting used to stupid penalties and penalties that just don't really have an effect on you and stuff like that. But yeah, everyone now just circulating the track, just getting ready, getting some new tyres on. And one thing I really want to point out so far, actually, I believe, yes, on the best, Ivory Mike has done a 16.5 on the mediums then. So take away around about 7/8 of a second. He's right up there in the top 5.
Speaking of Mike's not flying that now, he's purple sector 1, so we're going board with him, see how he does. So yeah, this could be really good. Obviously sector 1, it's only 21 seconds. He's 2:10 now.
He's invalidated.
Yeah, it's such a shame because that's such a good first sector. He's looking quite good in the second sector, but yeah, this lap's going to count for him out, so he'll leave us to try and save his back goal from the lap or come in the pits. It's locked up now, so I believe he may come to the pits. You see a lot of guys now coming out on their second set of tyres. There's Gazaman in 7th place. His target is Gazaman who's down in 11th. He's tagging the top 7 finish tonight in his previous interview, so he's still got a little bit further to go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work with Mike. He's actually going to finish this lap here today, potentially just to see where he would have got. It would have been a high 15, so he would have got himself right into that P6 slot, even with that lockup. So watch out for Mike later on in the session. If he can get a valid lap in, that'll be a really interesting one to see where he'll finish off. But I think the main people we need to have a look at now is the likes of Astronauty, who is on a lap right now, I believe, around the final few corners. He's around about the same position where he was last lap in terms of timings and stuff, up to the line and for the Williams driver. It's going to be a 15.4 and only 4 thousandths off his flying lap, so no improvement for him then so far And let's have a look at Lawrence then. Lawrence is actually down on his lap time, so it seems like this second lap is not treating anyone well. And then I'm getting Norris Mazepin vibes here. As it now. Yeah, Lawrence comes out the final corner. Will it be an improvement for the McLaren? No, it will not be. So, yeah, a little bit of potentially holding up there. His aero specialist has binned it.
Yeah, he's had a weird season. He was so quick in Canada, but ever since then he's just had a lot of misfortune, a lot of mistakes. And Hooky did a good lap there, up to fifth place, so decent lap there for the Alpha. Maybe fancy to laugh. Oh, yeah.
Jesus, that is an improvement and a half from the Mercedes driver. Really proving their pace in real life in a video game, eh? 5/10 quicker than anyone else right now. That is an unbelievable lap time from the Mercedes. He's just got this lap hooked up to the H and to the T. Obviously the hook doesn't have a T, but you know, that's a saying and all. But yeah, what a lap time from him so far. And it seems like now our lap times are starting to come in. Dexter improves by 0.8 of a second. Both Mercedes now getting on top of their cars, and they're starting to get used to the track layout. I wonder if anyone will be able to match or beat ERT Thomas's time.
Yeah, Mercedes got a nice lead in the championship. They're looking to extend that further. And McLaren have got. I think the McLaren drivers are as quick as the Mercedes drivers.
Here, oh no, that is poor. Sorry, just riding aboard with Killplane. Matthias is not He's not lifted. Matthias is on an outlap, but he's not let Killplane through. Killplane will not be happy about that one in the slightest. Oh my. So that's probably going to go to the stewards then. Matthias holding up Killplane quite a lot there.
Yeah, Matthias was in the stewards last week. He got 25 second penalties last week. He got involved for causing a collision with Chunder's, obviously Killplane's teammate, and he also got a 5-second penalty for bringing up too early. He's on 5.5 penalty points, and with the penalty points in this league, if you get 8 penalty points, you're out for the season. So he's got to be careful. He's not too far off getting his marching orders, and if he gets a penalty for that, which he probably will, then he'll probably get some more penalty points.
Well, that's not good for him. We've just caught up on that, so if anyone sees that in the stewards, yeah, just a little mental note there to have an eye out on that one. Killplane will go again then, and Matthias is still ahead of him, so let's just hope for his sake that Matthias won't do anything stupid this time around. And Killplane obviously on a new set now of soft, obviously 1 lap older than he would have wanted, but still he's going to thrash it around the circuit like he doesn't even care. And let's have a look at his first exit. It's going to be a 21.2, an improvement for the first exit for the driver in P2 in the championship right now. Then he now breaks down for turn number 5. Let's run on board with this lap, Jamie. Why don't you just give us a little bit of an insight into this lap then?
Yeah, approaching this difficult chicane. I don't like this section. It's so easy to lose traction here. And he's just there into camp, so this is flat out normally. That's how he does. Does he lift on there? Yeah, flat. No bother. Down the straight into this section, which is obviously changed for 2021, but it's still got this slow corner. And impossible to take an opportunity. And now into the real meat of the lap is really sweet. This used to be the FX section. Obviously, this used to lead onto this really fast final corner. Now we turn right into this clumsy chicane. He's looking quite decent so far, but although he lost the traction there, his tyres starting to burn up, and this lap has gone for him. He might improve in his time, but not by too much.
A 15.7.
Yeah, decent lap on worn tyres, but I think there's a lot more pace in there for him. I think there's a lot more pace. As True Fan IP actually moved to third place, so True Fan IP won the first race in Canada, and he's looking to maybe get back on track.
Yeah, let's just hope for Killplane so that he's got enough time actually to get back. I think he just will have enough time to get back, change his tyres, and then head out on his final lap then. But what Matthias has done has not helped him in the slightest. But yeah, truth all the way up to P3. Let's basically now, the real question that we need to ask ourselves is, can anyone improve by more than 5/10 to catch up to Thomas?
Jordan's on the good lap. He's improved in his first 2 sets. He matched up to 3rd place. Yes, he does a 15.4, but it's still a long way off his ERT teammate Thomas. I think he's got pulled in the bag already. I can't see anybody being by half a second on a lap like this, where it's really difficult to gain time like this because there's a lot of high-speed corners. So really, if you want the final sector really gain time on laps. So it's going to be quite difficult to improve by half a second, but the second place is wide open, let's say that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a battle for second. You know how it's always like the battle for sixth. It's the first, like if someone retires something, it's a battle to see who will come sixth and stuff like that. But yeah, today it's a battle for P2 in quali, it seems, as Thomas is way ahead of anyone else in terms of that. But yeah, it's seeming like everyone now getting ready for their final laps of the day. Now I believe Sir Quinniff is now on a lap, and it's seeming pretty aggressive so far. Let's have a look at what lap time he'll be able to pull out the bag there. He's obviously on a hot lap. He's in his EOS modes, riding over the curve on the entry there. Round the final corner, the Williams does come. Will it be an improvement on his 16.3 then? It's looking okay. There you go, up to P10. Goes the Williams driver, making it into that top 10. I believe just Mikey is just in... No, he's not. That is Jordan coming into the pits. Is what that is. But yeah, it seems like everyone is starting to progress.
If Quinniff spins on his in lap, but yeah, Quinniff he tends to finish around the top 10. He gets a lot of points fast lap, and he was asked about what is his chance this week. He'd like to continue getting fastest laps, and honestly, his target's just to finish in the points. He was also asked in the rivalry about Matthias, why he's getting involved in so many incidents, and do you have any advice for him to calm down? And he said maybe his awareness isn't up there, and his advice would be to study the person in front of you and see where they're slow to take advantage of it. But we do mention here Matthias is already in trouble for blocking in qualifying, so maybe Matthias is not heeding that message.
Yeah, exactly. At the moment, Matthias not in anyone's real good books at the moment. And I'm running more of Epic Scorpion as Jordan is retired in the pits. He's apparently gone purple first sector. I'm not sure if that's actually true, but he's flying on this lap. I can tell you that one for free. As now going down into the next sector, he's 4 tenths up on his lap time so far. Then I don't think he'll be purple unless he's invalidated there. He looked like such a good lap as well. Oh, what a shame for him. A minute to go then. Other people on laps now. Astronauty on a lap. Who else on a lap? There's another Williams. That's Sir Quinniff heading into the pits. And in behind that, I believe, is that Hookie on a lap? That is Hookie on a lap.
Yeah, Hookie's on a lap. He's improved his second sector, but he's down in the first sector, so there's a bit of balance there. As Jordan does retire, he's down to third place. What could he do? He may be able to... He won't be able to improve position, I think. He might be able to improve his times. Crossline now, what can he do? Yes, a 15.4. So with a slightly better second sector, he might have been up there in second place.
Exactly, and now everyone really starting to finish their lap times now. We see a Red Bull, I believe that's Gazaman up to P8 there. A good lap from him. Everyone's starting now to finish their laps then. The next person across the line will be the Alfa Romeo. I believe that's over Bryn Mike then. We haven't heard much of him. He's up by over 5 tenths of a second then. This will get him easily into the top 10 if he's done a good final sector then. Round the final corner. Let's have a look what it's going to be. It's going to be a 15.7 to get him right on that P10 cusp then. And I see another McLaren out at the moment. Who is that? That is Lawrence up in P2. And let's have a look. He's the only contester to Thomas's pole then. Realistically at the moment then, up to the line for the McLaren. Is going to be anything near. It's going to be a 15.0. An improvement, but not enough. Where's Killplane in all of this? Killplane, he's in the middle sector. He's invalidated. So no improvement for him. Mega Game obviously won't do a lap. Matthias on a lap as well. We're going to look for the Haas of Epic Scorpion. He's up by 5 tenths of a second. Up to line P7. Good lap from him. Other people on a lap. That will be, obviously, that's Killplane. That's an Alfa Romeo off the road. And then we've got to wait for Matthias. He's now coming around. Not looking like a ridiculously good lap here from the racing point. Let's have a look at what he can do, though. Round the final few corners he comes then. Up to line, and here we go. Will it be any improvement from his P13 with a 16 deck? Can he get into the 15s? He can get into the 15s just then. And then I believe is Truth on a lap. Truth is not going to improve then, and I believe that is everyone complete.
Yeah, so Killplane he got blocked early on and he's finally winning the validator. So our main challenger for Thomas is down in 10th place, and that's possibly the worst place to be, because that means he'll have to start on used softs. If he's down in 11th place, he would have been able to take advantage of running on new tyres. And actually, soft tyres have done 2 laps because obviously he was impeded. So that blocking is causing issues in 2 ways. So yeah, not what Killplane wanted. He was trying to close down the gap to Thomas, and actually in the previous interviews, it was mentioned by Chief NRP and Chunders as the surprise package this season, so he needs to have a bit of a cover drive to improve.
I mean, fair play, and I think that kill plane thing, a second off pole, that is not good for him at all then, the Estonian driver. So he's going to be right in the middle of everything, down towards turn 1. Watch him get front wing damage. He potentially may get it touch wood, though I don't want to get anything else from that. But let's have a look just through the order. It's Thomas, Lawrence, Jordan, Truth, Astronauty, Hooky, Scorpion, Dexter, Gazaman, Killplane. I'm just going to have to go through this. Here we go. Boom, all the way down to the bottom. Killplane, and then either Mike, Matthias, Quineth, Giggy, Mikey, then it's Trunders, Aero Specialist, and then Mega Gamer. So, it's looking like a decent start to the race, and obviously these races are sponsored, aren't they, Jamie? So why don't you do the little sponsorship thing while we're just getting ready to rumble? Let's just say that.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Next Liberation, who are sponsored by providing a GT-like cockpit as a prize for our giveaway winner. We're also sponsored by Liam RBS, sponsoring our trophies. 3M Sim Racing, who are offering a pair of racing gloves to the driver the most poles and most has slaps across tiers. Also sponsored by Versatine, who are sponsoring our prizes. And also ERT, our Go Get Stuff Award, and the ERT drivers in this race are Jordan, Dexter and Thomas. And we've got a collaboration with Time to Print, who are 20% off this week's track in the X score using code OneHubRacing.
Very nice and very quick. It sounds like a radio advert there. It was like the T's and C's, but there you go. Thank you for all our sponsors who are obviously powering everything that One Hub Racing do participate in and everything along those lines. Obviously, we have a few ERT drivers here today. Then one's on pole, so it'll be very interesting to see where they all finish then today. People are now getting ready with their setups, and obviously, one thing to mention: it does go from a dry race to a wet race near the end. So that's another thing that we need to counter in to our race strategy and what the drivers need to think about before heading out on track. Do they have a little bit less fuel because of the rain? That's another question that we need to think about. But for now, all the drivers are setting off, and that'll be surely in the back of the mind, as the thing on the front of their mind right now is the race start and getting down towards turn 1 clean.
Yeah, that will be a factor. Actually, outside the top 10, interesting enough, we've got every driver except Mikey on the soft tyres, and Sequinif with that grid penalty. It's actually starting at the very back of the grid, so he's got a cover drive to do. But yeah, obviously with that wet weather, a lot of these guys they'll be going long and mediums, hoping to maybe get lucky and maybe have that rain come in when they're on the mediums. But let's not forget they have just 2 stops, so them guys will just do 2 stops, even if the weather's changeable. So you may have to do 2 intermediate tyre changes, as the strategy would normally be soft, medium, but with this wet weather, well, we don't know when it's going to rain. It looks quite dry at the moment, but them clouds, the sky looks clear at the moment. It must be quite a sudden rain, quite sudden rain coming, because the sky looks bright and clear.
Well, yeah, it's a 33 lap race around a 1 minute 20 lap then, so it's going to be a long race. It's not going to be in Austria, it's not going to be an Italy, let's just say, on race distance. It's a long one, but obviously it's not as long as Singapore, but you get the idea of it. It's not going to be a short race here tonight then, and it's going to be interesting to see how everyone does in the end of this. But yes, we've obviously got to, let's have a look at strategy real quick. What is everyone's tyres on? As more people have been disqualified. That is actually Thomas and Lawrence who have both been disqualified, so watch out for Truth then. Truth may get the start of the century. But yeah.
Thomas is really warming his tyres up, as we've got Epic Scorpions action as well. Yeah, Thomas really low his tyres, and Lawrence maybe just misjudged it, sort of tapped him at rear, and yeah, they're both on their grid, Chief MRP and Hooky. They may get the good start, so I think Scorpion, well, these tyres will be red hot with that spin, so it's maybe a little bit too hot for him. Yeah,
maybe a little bit of overheating there, but now all the drivers are starting to line up then. Truth may have a very big advantage down to turn 1 then, so watch out for the Red Bull then, as now the final drivers are now starting to line up. Sir Gwyneth and Mega Gamer lining up on the back row then, and then we're getting ready to race at the circuit to Barcelona, Catalunya then. We've got the Mercedes on pole, we've got the McLaren in second then, as we now go down towards turn number 1. We go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Spain. And it's lights out, away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix in the points tier. And off the start, we have Thomas having a very good start then. Watch out for Truth then. Truth's got a good run. Look out for Lawrence. He's maybe going to the inside of turn 1. No, not at this point in time. Everyone's staying pretty sensible down to turn 1. We see Williams off in the middle of the track then, in the middle of the runoff then. Hopefully he's all good on that one. I believe that's Astronauty. Someone off there. I think that's Dexter, who's right on the black stuff then, right on the green stuff as well then. Down towards turn number 4. We see... Oh, contact in behind between Ivan Mike, just Mikey, and there's that Gazaman who's slow as well then in the midfield. Oh, massive off there. Racing point. Oh, that's a big one. Massive crash in the midfield there. Matthias backwards on lap 1 then. Yellow flags, of course, out. And what a big crash so far then. And hopefully, not a lot of people have got front wing damage there. But big crash at turn 5. Side by side through there then. But at the front, it's looking like Hooky not having the greatest of starts then. But let's have a look at Hooky now. Trying to go on the inside. Oh, that's going to be tight. He's lost the back end. Watch out there. But Dexter on the inside. Hooky goes. That's front wing gone for the Alfa Romeo there. And it's all happening right now, Jamie. As we finish lap 1 then. Hooky surely will be heading into the pits then. There he goes. And now Dexter has to get a move on to get within DRS. 2.5 second gap between Astronauty and Scorpion then. As now at the end of lap 1, Thomas already got a 7/10 lead then into lap 2. And what an eventful first lap.
Yeah, I was about to say, the first 2-3 calls pretty clean, but into turn 4, all sorts of chaos happened. I saw one of the racing points go into the grass, and he sort of out of control and sort of collided into the Williams, the Renault, just Mike and his teammate. Two racing points came together, and Astronaut, he's in the wars there, and all that balance allowed this front 5 to pull away. They've got a huge gap to Astro behind him. Dexter, he's been involved in a few first lap moments, and yet again he's mobile, and that's been quite costly because it means he's in this train. So you've seen 2 trains starting to form now already as Killplane is on the back of Mike. Killplane needs to make some positions to keep his champion hopes alive, because Thomas is in the lead and looking good, but you have to say, Lawrence is, these front 3 are starting to pull away from Truth a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry for cutting in you there. I thought you finished, but yeah. Jordan and Lawrence keeping Thomas honest, let's just say that for certain. But yeah, as you mentioned, Killplane needs to get past Ivan Mike. Of course, he's on the mediums, for goodness sake. He needs to get a move done soon, otherwise he's going to be in a lot of trouble later on in this race. And that is Truth already into the pits. That's an early stop. Has he got front wing damage?
No, he's going for a really aggressive undercut. Because of this rain, maybe he thinks he can maybe...
He's gone to the hards. He's gone to the hards, so he's expecting this rain early. Interesting.
Yeah. That might be a bold call, but them hard tyres, they're not ideal for pace. They're 8/10 a lap slower than the medium tyres, so it'll take some time for them to get warm up, but it's going to be in clear air, I believe. Matthias will come out just behind Matthias, so you have to clear that race point pretty quickly and sort of try and get an undercut. But yeah, I'm just going to see a guy pitting lap 2 without damage.
Yeah, exactly. It's a weird one, but now on lap 3, of course. And yeah, Truth obviously going very, you'd say aggressive, even though it's on the hard tyres, because obviously this strategy is just hoping that he doesn't have to pit again until the rain comes. So he's backing on that rain being hard enough that he needs to pit again onto a set. Sorry, I saw Sir Quinniff go off there at turn 10. But yeah, he's banking on the rain coming and hitting hard then near the end of the race then. As now, look at this midfield pack running more with Aerospecialist. He's looking right for a move on Trunders then. He's almost trying to look up there inside of the right hander there on that one. And now onto the back straight. Get ready for it. It's going to be a DRS train. But no, look at this actually. Aerospecialist has got a very good run on the back of Trunders.
Yeah, side turn 1. Whereas Trunders going to defend it. Defends the outside in turn 1, especially the inside into 1, which will become the outside into 2. Actually, side to side here, the Aerospecialist takes the curb, gets the move done. Can Trunders fight back? No, he can't. So good move there, Aerospecialist. We need to make that done. He's lost a lot of points in the past few races, and now we move up. He's done the medium tyres interesting enough, and these softs will start to wear off now.
Exactly, clinical move there from Aerospecialist to get himself right back up the order then. I think the main thing we need to look at so far is tyres, and the person who is excelling in the tyre industry at the moment is either Bryn Mike then, who has done a really good effort then to stay within DRS of Dexter. So he's within DRS of someone who's on a completely different set of tyres and a different strategy as him. So he's right in the no, and Killplane can't get anywhere near him. So watch out for either Bryn Mike later on in the session, because this is a very good opening stint from him. And when everyone pits around about lap 6, lap 7, he'll be the effective leader of the race, and he's going to have a good few seconds on the likes of Aero Specialist and Trunders then. As it seems like Mega Gamer has potentially made a mistake there. As watch out, Gazzaman's round! Gazzaman is round! That is a big one. I believe that was Aero Specialist who potentially did that. I'm not sure who did that, but Gazzaman is round, and he's going to be heading to the pit straight away then. He's got Nick from behind then. And all the ERT drivers now heading into the pits then. All the drama happening at the end of lap 4. Now on lap 5, Lawrence got the lead of the race.
Yeah, Lawrence obviously going a lap longer. His tyre wear was not as good as Thomas. Thomas had really good tyre in that first stint, and he had the two ERT drivers coming in. Where's Jordan? Thomas is ahead, a long way ahead of True Fair IP. So that aggressive strategy did not work out for the Red Bull man. And Thomas and Jordan are both on medium tyres. So yeah, so Thomas got some nice clear air, so expected to have a sizable lead over Lawrence. And in fact, Jordan may be able to jump Lawrence, but Jordan's going to catch a back of Mega Gamer in the house, which may play him down. And interesting, Jordan, his fuel, he's got 8 lap XX fuel, so he's going for a really aggressive fuel strategy, judging by that.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot we have this TAS system, don't we? I haven't been paying attention to it at all, I can't lie to you. But yeah, Jordan obviously gone very aggressive, and Mega Gamer obviously he's not going to be in the best state right now after spinning the lap prior. As Lawrence heading into the pits with Scorpion, yes, top 4 now all pitting at the same time, and Ivan Mike, as predicted, takes the lead of the race.
Yeah, some nice clear air. He's got undercut territory, but if that rain does fall pretty quickly, then Mike might be in a good position. But the sky still looks pretty clear. I think this rain's still a long way off.
Oh yeah, of course. I'd say so as well for now. As now everyone is on the mediums except for obviously the people who are on the hards. I sound like Murray Walker a second there, but Truth now passed, and Truth already up into P10. Then he's overtaken Scorpion, and he's on the hards as well. Then so Truth has got a good gap to the people behind him who are in his race then, and obviously he's on a harder tyre, so he's expected to go longer in this race than the guys on the mediums, which tyres will go around about, I'd say 15 laps then. So around lap 21 they'd need to pit again if they're going to go to the end of this race then. But for now it's all looking good for Truth as Lawrence picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, he took a little bit too much of the curb in the chicane. I'd say Lawrence hasn't lost that much time. Thomas, the overcut worked quite well for him because he's still on the DRS. Thomas, so Lawrence in a good position for that penalty is going to be critical, and penalties have cost Lawrence in the past. I remember in China, him and Thomas were fighting for the win, and Lawrence had a penalty, and that meant Thomas didn't overtake on the final lap, but yeah, it meant Lawrence wasn't really able to win. Yeah, penalties. There can be a factor around there because there are a few corners where you can track extend. There's Aero Specialist overtaking Trunders for second place.
Yeah, exactly.
Follow Mike. You've got to try and get after Mike. You've got to try and be the lead medium winner.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously a 3-second gap now. That's penalty territory as Epic Scorpion's got past Truth. Of course, new medium versus used hards. The Aero Specialist is really going for it now. He's obviously got to set a purple sector with a 22.0. And Lawrence has just gone quicker than that in the first sector. So everyone's now pushing, trying to get back up there. But the McLaren's at the moment flying in that first sector then. There's now Aero Specialist tries to close up to either with Mike, but Mike right now has got some excellent pace at the moment compared to the people around him. And I wonder if that will pay him well in the end of this race then.
Yeah, we saw it, as I mentioned earlier, saw it in Singapore. He's race pace, he's racing pace, but since then he's not qualified so well. He's had a lot of instances. He's got another spinner, I believe that might be one of the Hasses, I believe, recovering. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Mike has got strong pace. He's got great swing potential for certain, but it just hasn't happened for him. He's got involved in too many incidents that's cost him any chance of championship. But he can definitely get some wins and maybe just get some confidence going into the next games. As Giggle hasn't got any task data, so we can't see his tyre at the moment. But he's done a solid job in 4th place, his second race back. He has a long hiatus in the league, and good to see him back at Scorpion, showing strong pace. We've got Thomas, but move on, Quinniff into turn 1. That's a crucial move for Thomas. It's going to may allow him to pull a gap to Lawrence behind. But Lawrence, I think he may fancy dive on in turn 4.
Oh, yeah. Lawrence needs to look for it sooner rather than later than to stay in any chance of getting the win here today, even though he's got a penalty. He needs to get past Quinniff as soon as possible. Then where's he going to look for the move? Surely down towards turn 10 is the best place for him to do it without losing too much time to the Williams, and then the Mercedes obviously ahead, who he is fighting. Obviously, Quinniff has no right to get out of the way then. Obviously, they're both fighting for position, even though they're on a different strategy. Lawrence just has to be careful and make sure he can get past in a good way. And there you go, then he's got some pace. He's going to send it up the inside then of turn number 10. He's going to make that position, and he's got it done underneath the brakes then. Gap to Thomas is around about 1.1 seconds, so he's going to have a sublime final sector to get within that gap again. But I'm sure before long, because of traffic to you having a giggle, mate, Thomas will be able to will be slowing down and allowing Lawrence back into his DRS then. As meanwhile, Astronauty is just overtaking Mega Gamer as well then for P10. They're riding on board with Thomas. Will you having a giggle, mate? Give up this position so soon? No, he won't. And Thomas, look at his DRS level. It's not looking good at the moment as Jordan gets past Quinniff as well.
No, he needs to get through the seriously back.
Oh, Quinniff's off. Sorry, just saw that on stream. Quinniff's off there, and Quinniff's lost it a little bit there. Potentially his tyre's getting a little bit old. Sorry for cutting in there. Please continue.
Oh yeah, as mentioned, hey, look, Thomas has to get his move done because his back was quite a bad, and Lawrence is catching again. Look at Thomas all back maybe. He can't really overtake into this chicane. It's very difficult, but he'd be looking to get a good run out of turn 9 into turn 10 down DRS. Quite a short DRS, but we did see from Lawrence last lap. He's quite good overtake, but Giggle seems to have really good traction.
We've got yellow flags here. Either when Mike's off.
Yeah, he spun it. I believe, into turn 10. So yeah, he's lost a bit of time there to Chunders now, specialist. Chunders got by again. Yeah, Thomas is still stuck behind Giggle, and that's allowed Lawrence to catch back up again. So Thomas will have to get a better run out the final corner he did last lap because he really showed the traction compared to the Haas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's all good. Watch out for Lawrence as well, potentially trying to get in on this. But yeah, Mike, he had a 3-second gap and he's now 4 seconds behind the lead. So he's lost 7 seconds in that one. So not good for him then. Thomas, love EOS. You're having a giggle, mate. Love EOS. And Lawrence is much better in the EOS department then. So that may help him in a few laps time. Then he sees the flashing of the two guys ahead of him. Thomas out wide then. Surely this is a chance for Lawrence to try and get past then. No, not this time around. He's got right on the back of Thomas there. There's a lot of pressure on the back of that car as you argue giggle, mate. Almost heads up into the grass there. As this is a little bit of a train that they do not want to find themselves in. And this is going to help out Aero Specialist then to get himself further up into the top 10 later on in this race. But for now, look at this, holding up, and look, Thomas losing the back end of his car then, as he's really getting held up by the Racing Point now. Watch out, oh, Lawrence, losing it there. And he's not going to be happy about that one. Front wing damage, let's just check. Yeah, it's all getting a little bit hectic now down there then. In terms of front wing damage, I think they're all clean at the moment. Yes, they are. Yeah, safety car.
Safety car, I think Matthias, I believe, just who's that? I believe the car off into the gravel. That's Mega Gamer in the gravel off to the slip road there. So, yeah, he's got gravel on it. Look, this is great for the medium runners. Look, Chunders, Mike,
look at that.
They're all in the pits. It's perfect. Now, will these leaders come in for a set of hards? No, they stay out. Yeah, that's perfect for the leaders. And yeah, I was about to say, Thomas, and that last lap, he did not like being in the turbulent air of the Racing Point. He looked all over the place. And Jordan gained 2 seconds that lap. Jordan was flying. And look, these front three are back close together. And look where Chunders will go. Chunders will come out on hard tyres in 6th place. So Chunders has gained a load of time there. And he's back in this. These guys are on fresh tyres, on medium. So they're expecting rain. And maybe if it doesn't rain, maybe a something at the end. But everybody's in apart from the front five cars.
Yeah, what I've just seen actually here, just looking at the data that we've got in the task system here, apparently Killplane hit Mega Gamer, and then obviously 3 seconds later the full safety car was out then. So obviously something's happened on that one then, as it seems like Aero Specialist broke his front left wing then at some point. Mega Gamer's changed his wing as well. A lot of people heading into the pits then. And yeah, So obviously the top five into the pits. Either with Mike already on 7%. So those are used. Those are worn medium tyres. Then I assume, considering that they're on 7% already. Then Matthias then I don't believe has pit. He's the only person not to have pit outside of the top 5 then. But yeah, everyone inside the top 5. Jordan's is the person who we need to keep an eye out on in terms of tyre wear. He's got 27% on his front left tyre then. So that's he's going to be struggling the most. But for now, yeah, this has really benefited the likes of Trunders, who is now in a very good position for the rain near the end of this race.
Yeah, it's definitely sure. Yeah, I do believe Mike did maybe a scrub set in qualifying. He's got no fresh mediums left. So we get 2 sets. So yeah, he's got to do that used set. But it's not too much pain for him, I don't think. Yeah, so actually, as Mike's coming again, but we did see Kill playing in Spa. There's a safety car in Spa. Our only other safety car this season. And Kill playing did both his stops under the safety car, and that allowed him to win the race. So as I mentioned, the driver, they've done 2 stops. So they've only done the pit stops. That is Epic Scorpion, Truth NRP, Kill playing, Mike, Gaza, just Mikey and Hooky. They've all done their 2 stops, but we expect to see a few more pit stops later on. So yeah, that's a strategy call from Mike though. I'm surprised by that. It's gone hard tyres. I thought it would stay at lead mediums. I think he's going to give away a strategical advantage there.
I don't know why he's done that. I honestly don't know. That's a little bit alien to me why he's done that. His tyres were 7%, which is really interesting, unless he believes that it's literally not going to happen until right at the end of the race. At least he's getting his 2 stops out of the way then, so if it doesn't rain hard enough, he's in a very good position. But I don't think that's the right call, personally.
No, he had no wind damage according to our task data, so he had no wind damage. So yeah, that's quite a surprising decision there. His aero specialist was in the press conference, actually asked, your name implies you could be quicker on the technical tracks. Would it be true this week? Well, it's better than it has been recently, but not where he wants to be. The safety car's coming in this lap.
Yeah, exactly. Right, here we go then. Yeah, safety car in this lap, and obviously safety car will pull away. ERT Thomas will be the leader. Obviously it'll be the safety car for the next sector until he wants to go. Then he's keeping up with the safety car then, so he's obviously planning to go quite late on then, obviously, because he obviously can't overtake the safety car or anything like that then. It seems like he's going for it very early then. He's always overtaken the safety car then.
Opportunity here. Lawrence got a really good run. He's going to have opportunity into turn 1. He's on the grass. Thomas is giving him just enough space, but Lawrence side by side with Thomas. Lawrence is moving out the inside line in turn 1. Who's going to be the bravest in turn 1? Not warm tyres, and Thomas just about hands on there. But yeah, Lawrence snoozes it. That might have Jordan through. No, Jordan had a really poor restart there. That's lucky for Lawrence that Jordan had such a poor restart. But yeah, Thomas, that was a mistake from him. He allowed Lawrence that opportunity, and Lawrence just couldn't make it stick.
My goodness, what a restart though from Thomas there to get so far. Look at the gaps already. Everyone just fell asleep on that safety car restart then, it seems. Dexter, obviously the one who's failed the most out of that one then, but Lawrence, he's looking to get into that lead ASAP then. As a gap only 0.4 of a second, he's already said hello to Thomas down the inside. Couldn't make it stick then, so he's gonna have to go again. He's got another lap where DRS isn't affected then, so this is probably not his best chance, but he's probably gonna have a go for it. Expect the unexpected in White Harbour, and this will be a good chance to really show what they're made of then. Can Lawrence do something without the use of DRS? And the guy who I assume is born in 1989 going for it then in this McLaren. And here we go then, the McLaren driver with the orange helmet, the papaya helmet, needs to have a decent run here. I think he's too far behind to make a move, Jamie, for now. Watch out for the aero specialist though.
Yeah, aero special back to Dexter. Obviously he needs to get this move done, so he's the quicker dive from Dexter. He's going to go round the outside in turn 1. He may get the switch back. We have seen cars go sad planning to turn 3 before, but Dexter is defending quite well. But aero specialist,
oh, the dirty, yeah. So
Epic Scorpion went way off track there in that dirt turbulent air, so yeah, it's quite difficult. But look at air special, of course, surely he's may fancy moving to turn 4, but no, Dexter's got it nicely lined up there. And down to turn 10, I believe. We might have to wait for DRS though, because that effective down to turn 10 without DRS. as Lawrence is starting to drop back at Thomas, but especially Harry this Mercedes, he has to get the move done if it's either from free pulling away. Dexter's doing a great job for his teammate, they're holding him back. But DRS will be enabled this lap, so he may see a few more takes. Astronaut has retired. He did pit after the safety car, so he did people
VSC, he's done that on track, I believe. He's completely he's crashed at the final corner. So that's a VSC. Well, hopefully, if we run on board with Thomas, we have to see his car before it despawns. Where is he? He's done that on pit entry. Oh my! Oh my!
Yeah. I've crashed that pit entry before. It's got, especially got slight bit of wind damage. That pit entry can be quite difficult. Yeah, and he's whacked in the pit wall there. And yeah, the Williams man who wasn't a prospect here early on, who did pick up podium in his first race in this tier. Hasn't gone well for him since. As Matthias is pitting with this VSC, so he'll get a cheaper pit stop. So yeah, and Mega Gamer is actually looking to make a move on Mike, but he cannot overtake under the VSC to get back out of it there. The DRS is now enabled, so we're back underway. Look at Tom Lawrence, he's on the back of Thomas again, but Thomas just managed to hang on. But what about Aero Specialist? What can we do with Dex? The DRS will be enabled now, so it will help him get through. But look at Scorpion and Truth, they're all back. And I think Aero Dexter is starting to fall a bit of train.
Yeah, Dexter at the moment, not really having the pace at the moment that he wants. But obviously, holding P4 right now, he's at a very good. He's doing very well in terms of where he needs to be. Remember, we're only halfway into this race so far. Like, this has gone on a long time. Obviously, with the safety car as well, slowing everything down a little bit. But there you go, the Aero Specialist right at the back of Dexter. We need to run on all this. Watch out for Truth as well. Then, obviously, he pipped for a set of mediums then in all of that. Obviously, he was on the hards now onto the mediums once again then, and hopefully this will be him done all the way till any rain or the end of the race then. But right on board with him now then. Let's run on board with Aero Specialist then. He's got a decent run on Dexter here. Also looking at Thomas as well. It doesn't seem like anything's going to happen here, but something's going to happen between Aero Specialist and Dexter then. Up the inside he goes. A simple move down towards turn 1 then. And Aero Specialist got that move done. Watch out now for Epic Scorpion as well in behind, who may profit from all of this, but no, look at that. Look how the dirty air out here, Jamie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's second lap of the road that Scorpion's done that, gone wide into the wake of the Mercedes. Like, that pass does not look good in dirty air, but I believe he has got fundamental pace, but he's got to try and get by. Dexter was a little bit deep there, thankfully for him. No one was there to capitalise, but yeah, Air Specialist, look at him. A nice gap already. He's going to close the back of Jordan. He's only 5 seconds off the lead, so Air Specialist not out of this yet. That was a cushion move for him, and now he's got to try and get past Jordan and maybe try and help his teammate with Thomas, because them McLaren guys need to claw some ground back. I don't think it's so far. We'll see if Epic Scorpion can do anything about Dexter, but Dexter, for his sake, is hanging the back of DRS off the McLaren, which will help him down the pit straight, help him try and defend that position.
Yeah, Aero Specialist has just looked, he's gained 12 positions this race, and yes, he is in provisional P4 right now. The strategies work perfectly for him then. He's had a solid so far. Aero Specialist now setting the fast lap of the race. He's got all the pace he needs right now then. You said he did well early on then in the championship, but he's just not had a very consistent season then. And let's hope for his sake that this brings on some more consistency then, as he is now flying in this McLaren then, as he's now trying to close up to the back of Jordan, who are on double his tyres right now in terms of the life. Obviously, Aero Specialist on 5-lap-old tyres. Meanwhile, the guys ahead on 11-lap-old tyres.
Yeah, the fresh tyres around the track like Catalunya. It's just amazing. So you've got Jordan and Lawrence on 46% front, and you've got Aero Specialist on 22, as you mentioned. So yeah, the two cars ahead could be starting to suffer with tyre wear, and the Aero Specialist has got 4.5 second gap, but that could be gone in 2 or 3 laps. So the pace is showing. And look, he's not too far off DRS on the the Renault man. There's Epic Scorpions closing on Dexter, and he'll try and get moving to turn 1. And maybe we may see an overtake into the chicane, but I don't think so. It's too risky.
He's gained so much in a lap. Let's just have a look over the line, what lap times they do then. But yeah, look at this. Jordan not really having the pace compared to the McLaren driver there. So over the line, Jordan's done a 19.3 to Aero Specialist 18.6 then. So that's a what? That's a good 7/10 of a second he's just done there. Now on to lap 18 we go. Epic Scorpion has got past Dexter actually round the outside. Good move there from him then, too concentrated on this aero specialist stuff at the moment. But Dexter not having the fastest in terms of strategy, and then Trunders getting past Giggle Mate then as well then. It's all happening now then after the safety car and VSC then. Everyone's just trying to get into the position they want to be in. It seems like at the moment Dexter
going side by side in turn 3. Gazman fancies round the outside, which could be the inside in turn 4. Gazman will break later. Yes, he gets moved on. Nice overtake there for Gazman up into the points places. Yeah,
exactly. Sorry for not mentioning that one, but it seems like now these two do not want to give up a position. Gazman's just got past, and Mikey's not looking like, he's not saying no, I'm giving this up yet. I can tell you that one by how he's moving the steering wheel and everything at the moment. He's going to wait to the main straight and probably have a go back at him. As I think he's now defending. Yes, from Hookie, he's gone up the inside. Hookie's had to get out of that one before it was going to go wrong for him. Excuse Jesus Christ. But yeah, Hookie trying to move up the inside there. Not being a race to remember then for the Alfa Romeo driver then. But still, 14 laps to go. Anything can happen then.
Yeah, especially Scaling and Jordan, but DRS just runs out just into time. He's got Dexter and Scorpion go side by side, giving it to just enough room. Dexter's going to fancy the repass.
Watch out for Truth.
Truth barging his way through. A bit of contact there, but the managed just hold on. Got the side side of turn 3. We've seen this go in tiers in the past, but these two are doing quite good. And yeah,
that's all around. That's Hookie round.
Yeah, he's spun it into turn 2, so not a strong race for him. As yeah, Epic Scorpion is hanging on just about. He got the move done, but Dexter's fancying the repass here.
Yeah, exactly. Let's have a look at Dexter then. Let's have a look. So what's he looking like right now? He's looking for the moves, but obviously the thing about this track, yeah, you're not going to get any moves done unless it's at turn 1, realistically, unless someone makes a horrible mistake then. But yeah, Truth at the moment is in a very good position to try and potentially get a move done on Dexter. Hookie picking up another time penalty, and it seems like now Thomas has got a little bit of a gap now on Lawrence, 1.2 seconds out front then. But it seems like now the main battle that we need to really look out for is a battle for the 3rd place position then. Aero Specialist versus Jordan.
Yeah, much of Thomas, he's managed time a bit better than Lawrence, so that's paying the heat now with this. Yeah, but yeah, I'd say Jordan's doing a solid job. He was under pressure a bit early on, but Jordan's picked up his pace a little bit, and now especially he's in DRS range, but he's not really anywhere near an overtake. So you have to say the Renault man, he hasn't had a podium yet, and he desperately wants to get one, and he's doing all he can to hang on. He's had so many top 5 finishes this season. He's missed out on the podium. He missed out on the podium by 2/10 last time out, so he'll be looking to maybe go one step further.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at the telemetry right now. I think you mentioned it earlier on. Jordan's got 8.5 laps of extra fuel. That probably explains quite a lot in terms of the ERT driver's pace compared to the top 2. 8.5 laps. Surely there's some kind of fault with the system there. Because why would you put that many laps on?
Interesting to mention that. At every race of Jordan that's happened, he seems to like driving a heavy car for some reason, but he's gonna. But I reckon if he had the same fuel loads like Lawrence and Thomas, he'd be fine. Not trying to hang on to 3rd place. As Aerospecial's got a really good run in the final corner now. Surely this could be easy move down DRS. Yes, it is. Aerospecial put into the podium places, and now what can you do? Can he catch up with the lead? He's lost a bit of time behind Jordan there, but he's still got the better tyres. He's got a 4-second gap to catch up to, and I believe he may be able to, but this rain has to come pretty quickly because it still looks quite dry out.
Yeah, exactly. The clouds are beginning to form now. One thing we need to look out for, EOS levels. Aero Specialist has got a lot more than Thomas and Lawrence right now for the McLaren driver, who is he's looking good at the moment. He's got already 9/10 on Jordan there. He's looking quick. Let's just say that. He's already gained 2 tenths on his teammate Lawrence, and of course it's his teammate as well. Potentially he may get a little bit of treatment there from his teammate to potentially try and go for the win then. What a race it would be by him if he can snap the win off of him, but watch out for Truth as well. Right at the back of Dexter then. A lot of drivers very close to each other now, and it's getting very intense in this midfield battle, and also the battle for the win.
Yeah, Thomas, Lawrence and Jordan, their front tyre is in 65%. They're quite close to punchy range. They're not going to be able to go much longer. They're out the pit, and Lawrence has picked this up, so he's going to go for the undercut on Thomas. Now, where will he come out? The pit loss, the expected pit loss around here is around 20 seconds, so you probably won't come out behind Giggle, just ahead of Mike, so you may have some clean air, but not too much clean air. Goes on to the tyres again, so he's gone 2 medium stints, and where will he come out? Giggle's pit lane now, so he should come out behind Giggle, ahead of Mike.
Yeah, exactly. This is some kind of like Hamilton strategy here, but I can't see this working. I feel like Aero Specialist may have actually finessed this one. I can't lie to you. I think it's going to be him versus Epic Scorpion, because Thomas, realistically, what's his tyres on right now? 57% front left. He'll probably hold on potentially to 70%. Then he's gone. I can't lie to you. I can't see him making the race on those mediums. And the rain has to come soon, as you mentioned. Otherwise, there's going to be a lot of punctures at the end of this race. Just to say that.
Yeah, I believe Lawrence, he's played it safely. He saw the danger, and I believe Jordan will have to come in this lap because his tyres are in 70% now, so he'll definitely come in very shortly. So he'll definitely get puncture, and yeah. And even if it doesn't rain, Air Specialist will still. He'll probably, if it doesn't get wet enough for inners, he'll come in to set a soft tyre, so he'll have a rapid pace at the race anyway. And he's gaining on Thomas, gap down to 3 seconds now, so he's not too far. Not too long, but he only gained 2 tenths that lap, so Thomas is still showing solid pace in the lead, but his tyres will be hitting the club very shortly.
Yeah, exactly, and obviously he's showing pace. He's a very quick driver who's out.
By Dexter to turn 1, sorry to put in there, but yeah, Chief NRP has got the move done into turn 1.
Yeah, sorry about that, I didn't see that, I didn't pick up on that right now. I was too busy just looking at that Aero Specialist gap, because it's looking very interesting out front then. 3 seconds to gap, 10 laps to go. If this was Hamilton Verstappen, we would be rubbing our hands right now, hoping for a photo finish. But hey, this is one up. This are the points here, and we're having some really good racing here. Thank you everyone for watching so far. We've got 14 of you right now on stream, and I assume a lot more of you have been off and on the stream throughout the process of the stream. As Trunders picks up a penalty. Yes, you're about to say that.
Yeah, and Quinnifer really wide into Cancer there, and he managed to hang on. Yeah, Trunder's got a penalty. Obviously not the best race for Killplane. Killplane, sort of damage reputation for him as Quinnifer goes very wide there, very wide right there. Quinnifer sort of struggling in the wake of the Mercedes. I was going to mention that Quinnifer to catch back a Dexter, and actually Quinnifer got a penalty last week for hitting Dexter on lap 1, so there's a bit of need between ideas. Killplane was deep there. These guys are struggling in turbulent air.
Yeah, we can really see the effects of the turbulent air here today then. Killplane not having a good one out here at the moment. He's not had the race to remember, to tell you that one. Meanwhile, right at the back, Lawrence now getting past the effective P2 is now up into P12. He's lost 10 positions because of that pit stop. Now he's just got to make his way back up and hope people get punctures, basically. That's his only hope of getting high up in the order then. And basically, he's hoping that there's going to be no rain then. But the clouds are getting darker. Air temperature's gone down, track temperature's starting to go down. Get ready to see some rain in the next few laps.
Yeah, Lawrence slightly with the time screen to further sectors, but yeah, he needs it to stay dry to have any chance to win the race. He was 7 tenths quicker than Thomas that lap, but he's in traffic now. Look how quick he is than Mikey. But yeah, he gets a bit sideways into the chicane, and that might allow Mike to hang on just a little bit further. But yeah, that track is getting a lot dark, and the rain will come. But we have seen in the past where it has rained, but it hasn't been wet enough for.
Oh, around the outside. Oh, sorry about that.
No, sorry. Yeah, Lawrence, yeah, look at him. He's really racing. He knows he's getting this move done because he's losing time to the leaders. As Air Specialist, the gap's down 2 seconds. Thomas's tyres are starting to go off.
Yeah, exactly. They've been on those. He's been on those tyres for almost 20 laps. Way over what they're expected to do then. And I'm just keeping everybody on board as Epic Scorpion's got to move on, and Jordan then going to run on board with Lawrence because this is vital for any chance of him getting anywhere in this race then. Up the inside of just Mikey, and that's a move down towards turn 1 then, complete for him. And now Lawrence now looking at the back of Gazzaman, who's got no penalties. Obviously that's another thing to put into perspective. Gazzaman in front, no penalties. Lawrence has got a 3 second, another thing to keep an eye out on, as Lawrence has set the fastest first sector as well on that previous lap, so he's really pushing. That's a big one actually, isn't it? Thomas, penalty.
Yeah, and Jordan, his front left is on 81%. No wonder scored by so easily. That front left must feel like a rock at the moment. No grip, and he's going to have to pit. He can't wait any longer. It's going to be at least, if it does rain now, it's going to be at least 2 or 3 laps before it's for intermediate decision. He's going to have to pit, unless he will definitely get a puncture.
Yeah, Thomas needs to head in soon as well then, but yeah, Jordan is on the range of puncture territory. He's got a hope, and that's the retirement. Is that going to be a safety car? It's a safety car. That's helped Jordan perfectly.
Whoa, look at him in the pits. And where's safety car going to pick up the leaders? Safety car will pick up the front 3, and ERT Jordan will be in the net lead. Wow.
Okay. Oh, someone's had a drive from penalty. Does he pit? He pits for hards.
I'd have gone soft. So I'd have gone soft.
Yeah, exactly. I would have gone the exact same as you. I agree. Softs would have been the best call, as that Mega Game is obviously retired. Yeah, look at that. People onto softs then for the final stint of the race. Please continue. Oh, Thomas!
Drive-through penalty for Drew. It's been the safety car. So Thomas, our championship leader, this has gone terribly for him. And actually, it's actually going to be Lawrence. This is going to help Lawrence out massively, because look, he's going to be in the net. Actually, kill playing our championship. Our guy's second championship was nowhere all race, but kill playing and Epic Scorpion. It's going to be Epic Scorpion, Kill Plane, Lawrence and Jordan of the guys that have done 2 pit stops. So while this safety car it was terrible time for Rain.
Rain, I saw rain. The rain is coming now. Apologies for butting in there. But yeah, so Thomas and Dexter and Trunders all need to pit then in this race.
Would you go Winters now, gamble, maybe it gets wet before the safety car comes in, or do you have to go slicks?
This is the thing, you're going to be under the safety car for at least 2 more laps, eh? Surely. The best thing is Dexter also picks up a drive-through then. Yeah, no, yes, you have to pit, I'd say. Aero Specialist in, Thomas in. Yeah, surely. You're going to have to pit for Inters. Let's have a look. Have they been smart? Softs.
Or Softs Aero Specialist. Wow, that's a gamble.
This is going to be so interesting. A lot of people with different strategies watching now. Lawrence come through. Lawrence is bold. He is being bold on this one. He's staying out on the mediums. Is he going to get P1? Or is he going to be close out of it? Oh, I think he's got it. Lawrence, P1.
Yeah, the safety car line just came out there for him. Yeah, Thomas, Scorpion, and he has a mixture of tyres. This is interesting because the rain's starting to fall. Not heavily, but it's starting to dampen the track up. Yeah, obviously the 2 Mercedes have to do drive through penalty straight away. So they're sort of out running for the race win, but it's hard to call. What do you do? How the safety car comes in, because as I mentioned, it will take 2 or 3 laps. The field is quite close together, so it'll be at least 2 laps, I think. So there'll be a mad dash at the end, and well, I wouldn't want to call this. Any driver could win this race. I'm not even joking.
Exactly, anyone can win this, and let's just have a look at the penalty situation real quick. So yeah, Thomas has got a drive-through, he's out of this. So basically, it's Lawrence versus no, it's not. Aero Specialist, realistically, it's his to lose, realistically. It's going to be him versus Epic Scorpion. Is the rain going to get heavy enough for the mediums to, not the mediums, sorry, for the Inters to really take place? And we're looking for that spray. Basically, that's our indicator that it's too wet for softs. And if that spray comes, then Aero Specialist will be out of this. But at the moment, it's looking all good for the McLaren driver. He's got to hope that this safety car goes in as soon as possible. But yeah, both Mercedes, I believe the constructors leaders at the moment, both have a drive-through. How shocking for them then. And obviously they can't serve that underneath the safety car, so they're out of this. So Scorpion versus, oh my god, Gasserman's even in this. Don't count him out, he's been nowhere this race. He could easily get a podium if he's called this right.
Yeah, the McLaren guys, the 31 behind Mercedes at the moment, and well, with a maximum of 30, a maximum of 35, 38 points each race. So it's not unfeasible that McLaren could be winning constructors by this race. And yeah, I was on board with Matthias, obviously catching safety car, and there's still plenty of grip out there on the soft tyres. So I think the safety car, will come in at the end of this lap, looking at the pack cars. So I think the slicks will be better at the moment, but I think by the end of the race, the Inters will be better. Just the guys in the Inters, just make sure they don't burn out their tyres. That's the key thing, because I still think it's slick conditions to look at this.
I'm just looking at it at the moment. Air temperature and track temperature still saying 23 and 30. So I don't think there's any. There's no spray. I feel like potentially, unless it gets heavier really quickly, this is going to really benefit aero specialists. But all their tyres are going to be so cold, especially Lawrence's then, as I assume we'll get underway this lap then, as the safety car is going very slow to pick up all the drivers. 5 laps to go then. I wouldn't want to predict who's going to win this race then. Lawrence obviously has got the lead, but he's got a penalty. Thomas has a drive-through. Aero specialist also on the softs. Will those softs hold on, or Epic Scorpion? He's got to try something different. And yeah, that's the best thing he can do then. But I wouldn't want to predict how this is going to end then. This is absolutely mad. Aero specialist from practically last could win this race.
Yeah, this is going to be a track like Catalunya. This is going to be a mental restart, by the way. Look, we've got mediums, softs, and inners. This is going to be a mental restart. These inner guys, I'm pretty sure, will drop down the field on this first lap. But can they hang on? But this track still looks dry enough for slicks.
Let's have a look then. Out of the final corner, the gas will be held for the first time. And let's have a look then. How much will the inters like this? Will the softs like it more then? As we now head out onto the main straight for the first time under green flag conditions in the wet then. And now look at that truth up the inside of Epic Scorpion then. Oh, look at that. Much more grip on the softs compared to the inters. But the inters don't look too bad at the moment. Inters may be helpful in a few laps time, but at the moment the softs look supreme, as the aero specialist at the moment doing a very good job, and he looks like he's got this right. Gasserman as well, up to P6 as well. Don't count him out on a podium later on in this race. And 4 laps to go. I can't even. Jamie, there you go. That's it. How is this playing out? What do you think is going to happen? All the soft runners seem to be doing very well at the moment.
Yeah, the soft runners doing well, but the other guys are hanging on a lot better than I thought. Yeah. Eb Scorpion is losing time, but not too much time, and I think by the next lap he may be able to catch again. Look, the gap's around 1 second. They're still saying it's stacking gaps, so I think Epic Scorpion may be in that pound 60 here. But what he's got to do, he's got to make sure he can overheat them tyres. That's a crucial thing for him. He's got to make sure them tyres stay in a nice temperature.
Track temperature now decreasing to 29, then on lap 29 then, as Lawrence and Aero Specialist has now got past. And Lawrence on those mediums starting to struggle a little bit more. Aero Specialist pits. He comes into the pits. He thinks it's not. He thinks it's too. I can't even speak right now. He thinks it's too wet. The soft tyres then, so he's going to pit now. I don't think that was the best call. If someone has crashed, I believe that's either been Mike potentially who's lost that.
Yeah,
he has. So he's surely going to head into the pits now. Is it now too wet for the Inters? Will this be Epic Scorpion's time to shine then? He's going to try and go around the outside of Truth. It's looking like the Inters are the best call right now then. Ivan Mike picks up a penalty. Look how slow it is out front. Surely Epic Scorpion's now got this. It's his all to lose. Up the inside of 1. Up the inside of 2. Oh, he's really being pushed now to the inside. He doesn't have to push so hard. Up the inside. Epic Scorpion now. Watch out for Lawrence. Lawrence has lost this completely. And that is all. Kill playing off. All of them off. Hookie's retired from the race. It's all very chaotic down in the midfield. Trot this up to P3. My goodness me. This is a hectic final few laps. Aero Specialist probably made the right call on that one to come into the pits. But now the Inters really reigning supreme on this one.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, look, it's one lap really there. Lawrence, yeah, he made a mistake the previous lap and allowed his teammate to get through. Now, yeah, Lawrence just tried to survive his in the pits, and I believe Kill playing on the fresher inters. I believe him and Truth came together. Kill playing so much better drive, and I don't know what happened there. But they're both in the gravel, and Kill playing has lost his teammate. Now, will there be team orders out for Tauri because Kill playing is fighting for this championship? Will Chunders be ordered to let teammate through? But Scorpion, look at these, he's got 4 second gap. As long as he doesn't bin it, it's looking good for the win. And Jordan, well, if he keeps within 3 seconds guys ahead, he could get a podium. But yeah, if I was France Toast, I'll be telling Chunders to get away for Kill playing, because Kill playing could close the gap massively to Thomas, and Thomas, who pitted again, he's down in 13th place at the moment. Thomas is not scoring any points. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry for cutting in, but yeah. If I was France Toast right now, get out the way. Kill Plane may not be faster than me, but he's got a championship to rival up against. But yeah, Aero Specialist down in P6. Not his race to lose anymore. Epic Scorpion, who said he wasn't that quick around here, who we had as a little bet before the race, who could be a little contender for this race win. 4.5 seconds out on the lead, almost 5 seconds now out on the lead. Watch out for Killplane, who is now past Trunders, and Killplane up into P2. And there you go, it's all getting interesting now. Matthias has stayed out on the softs then, and it is completely wet now. You could not be out on the softs here and do anything. So yeah, Aero Specialist made a good choice of pitting on that lap. But yeah, this is getting treacherous now.
Just might get moved into the chicane as Matthias is off, and he's going to drop out the points. That'll promote Truth NP and Thomas into the points further. Yeah, Killplane now he has to pull a gap, because look at Jordan in 4th place. He's within penalty range of Killplane, so Killplane wants a 2nd place, which will make him lead champion by 1 point at the moment. The champion lead will go to Killplane by 1 point at the moment. We've got another yellow flag. Who is
Matthias? That'll be Matthias. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his race done. Oh, yeah, that's just no grip at all. There's a good mic round the outside. No, you don't want to go moving right outside here. Just so much more grip. Yeah, and Matthias spins again. It's like Felipe Massa in 2018.
Yeah, exactly. As Ivory Mike had 4 stops this race for him. Mikey on 4 stops as well. He's been to the pit stops more than I've been on the bog today. Who knows what I'm trying to say here? But yeah, lots of stops out in this race today. The pit crews have been very active out in the pit lane today. Then Killplane needs to find a 2nd in this last lap and a half then to get himself guaranteed P2. Then P3 is Jordan at the moment. We'll get P2, and there you go. Killplane has got another penalty, so that's going to stop him from getting that P2. Then in terms of penalties, yep, 6 seconds to Trunders free. Killplane will not be getting many points out here today. Then he's going to get probably P4 at the end of this one. But yeah, this is not looking good. Track temperature, air temperature, both decreasing now, as obviously it's getting much more into conditions. And yes, this is all looking now like it's Epic Scorpion salutes then as he rounds the final corner for the 32nd time. Now onto the final lap of the race. He's going to be cautiously going to the end of this race then, as now lap 33 as Matthias has retired then. It's all looking very smart there for Epic Scorpion, and watch out for Jordan then on the back of Trunders.
Yeah, Jordan, yeah, Trunders. I wonder if Trunders maybe try and hold, maybe try and push Jordan into Killplane, but that's going to make a difference anyway. Killplane's going to drop down, so Trunders has got to try. Trunders looking good for the podium at the moment. Jordan, look, Quinneth in 5th place, but he'll drop down with a lot of penalties. But yeah, Epic Scorpion, wow, he just nailed the strategy. Like 2nd week in a row, he's got a podium way down on the grid, and I'd say that this Haas guy, if he started a little bit earlier, his form, he might have been a champion contender. Maybe left it a little bit too late for him though, but Killplane will close the gap to Thomas, the champion, but it could have been a lot more without them penalties.
Yeah, exactly, and now in this final sector, what a race it's been. I think we've got to agree that we did not expect a race like this when we were loaded into the session. We saw Barcelona pop up on our screens. Lawrence picks up a penalty, vital for any points hopes in this race. But Epic Scorpion, he's done what he needs to do. The strategy that won the race today was a free stop, and Epic Scorpion comes up to the line and takes the win here today. An unlikely win then from the Haas driver then, who will be increasing his points tally on anyone else. Jordan takes out P2, Trunders P3, Killplane P4, so Quinneth P5. Aero Specialist will take P5 after penalties. Dexter will take P7 on track then, but after penalties, who knows what it's going to be like. But there you go, Dexter didn't have great pace there, but close up on penalties. Just Mikey picking up P8. Let's have a look at Lawrence. Where did he go? Oh, he smashed his tyre in there. He's not happy with his performance then, as they're all finishing the race now. Truth in P10. Thomas will not even get points in P11. 12th will be Ivor Bryn Mike, who is actually going to let I think he's run out of fuel potentially. I'm not sure what's happened there then. But Gaza man, Ivor Bryn Mike, and then you're having a giggle, mate. He had a good start to the race, but not a good ending. And what a race there. Epic Scorpion winning the race in a Haas. What a race.
That's incredible, yeah. I mean, looking like it was Thomas dominating with Lawrence not far behind. Look, in the end, they have finished 10th and 11th. And wow, what an absolute race.
So the in-game has said Aero Specialist Driver of the Day because he made up 11 positions. But I think there's quite a few other contenders for this. And there you go, the Haas out in front. Literally, I can tell you right now, the only person who started inside the top 5 and finished in the top 5 was Jordan. And that whole thing about people who start on the front row usually finish on the front row on the podium. Yeah, that's gone into the mud, mate. Yeah, unlucky on that one. But yeah, Epic Scorpion up 6 positions. He started 7th, finishes in 1st. And wow, what a race. Trunders from 15th to 3rd then. What a race from those guys. But here we go. Let's go for the standings and then we'll collect our thoughts. And Scorpion in P1, Jordan P2, Trunders P3, Killplane P4. Decent result from the driver there, who will be gaining some points on his championship contenders. Aero Specialist P5, Quinith P6, Dexter P7, Just Mikey P8, Lawrence P9, Truth P10, Thomas P11, Gazaman P12, 13 goes to Ivorbrin Mike. You're having a good giggle, mate. Gets P14, and then all the others retired from the race, I do believe. But yeah, what a race. And a lot of people who were very lacking on the points will now have quite a few more points to their name.
Speaking of points, Aero Specialist will get Driver of the Day inside the top 10, and I believe that Mike will get outside the top 10, so Mike will score a point in 13th place.
Wait, why would he do that?
Or in one hub we have a rule where inside the top 10 you get a point for fast lap, and outside the top 10 you get a point for fast lap, so it encourages more drivers to stay in the race, and obviously you got the prize of the gloves for driving most fast. So yeah, that
fair play.
Hopefully keeps track of the race, but obviously at the wet at the end, nobody can really go for fast lap. So
exactly,
yeah, so set in stone.
Exactly. Yeah, but hey, it was a very good race. And who would you give your driver of the day to?
It's interesting because there's so many contenders. It's just amazing. I mean, I'm looking at this and this is so tough. I'm gonna go for a driver who has struggled a bit this season. Has been in sort of the wake of his teammate, but he sort of came to the fore today. I'm gonna go for Trunders, who got his first podium this season, and he deserves it. I'm gonna go for Drive Day for him because I think he drove a really good race. And my question to Trunders will be, well done on that podium. How ballsy was that call going to Inters, and did you let your teammate Killplane by late on?
Yeah, fair play on that one. I think personally, he got driver of the day last week, but you know what? You can't say no to the person who's gone from 7th to 1st. Epic Scorpion gets my driver of the day, and I think it will be the same kind of question. What made you go onto that strategy? What made you think, yes, I want to go pit onto the Inters early? Was there something that we didn't know, for example? But that's basically the question that I want to ask. But any final thoughts, Jamie?
I just want an epic race, and that is certainly a close championship. But look at the live standings here on our task data, and Thomas at the moment was on 86 points, and we got Killplane at 81, and Jordan in 65, who could be an outside contender. So the championship's closed up, and you have to say well done to Epic Scorpion. The call's going in, and it looked. I did think a few cars would do it in the safety car, but I have to say it didn't look like a good call on the first lap. But I saw they were hanging on to the leaders, and then when that rain really fell, and wow, it's a gamble which has paid off for these first few drivers, and you've got to say fair play, and they deserve the results they've got. And for our normal front runners, well, it just sometimes you lose these situations, and they'll hurt a bit tonight, but I think they'll come back strong next week.
Yeah, I just want to mention all the task data that we've got from this one. So it was apparently Epic Scorpion's first victory in one hub, so fair play, and apparently also his first podium, so well done to him on that one. ERT Jordan got his best result of P2, Trunder's got his best result of P3, so a very nice podium here today then, with everyone. This is everyone, that's a good thing, everyone's first podium, I believe. Everyone, so Jordan hasn't got a podium before, Trunders hasn't got a podium before, and Scorpion
got one last week. So,
apologies.
Yes, Quinith, I'd say shouts to Quinith, decent race for him in 6th place. He was another driver who was considering nominated for Driver of the Day, but yeah, there's so many contenders. I'd say Sequinif for the Solid Racing 6th, and this is best result in one hub overall, I believe. So a lot of guys, Epic Scorpion, Jordan, Chunders, and Sequinif, and just Mike and Sequinif all got their personal bests this week. So that's good to see drivers achieving more than what they've done previously.
Exactly. Fair play to all the drivers. Well done. Final fourth. What a race. I was not expecting that when I was loading into Spain. But yeah, great race, and I'm going to go over my macaroni cheese now. I don't know what you've had or what you're going to have for dinner, Jamie, but it needs to be something good after having a race like that.
Yeah, we'll see you next week for Monza.
Exactly. Right, thank you everyone so much for watching. Good viewing figures actually throughout. We've still got 9 viewers on the stream, but thank you everyone so much for watching. I've been Spag, Jamie's been Jamie, and adios lads.